chances about 3 evac runs ago. Civvies are out. Medical supplies they're hiding are not. The Seps are coming for them. We need those supplies. So you start shooting and don't stop until that dreadnought's out of my sight. Now move!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Star Wars Battlefront 2's newest map for Capital Supremacy. It is Felucia. And I've been looking forward to this map since they announced that it's going to be coming. I was actually curious how they were going to pull it off, because when I think of Felucia, I think of one of my favorite games of all time, Star Wars The Force Unleashed, where a couple of the missions in the game, you have to go to Felucia and you have to deal with all these I guess you could call them primitive species, and hunting down Jedi and Imperials and all that shit. So, and I love the atmosphere of Felucia. I mean, it's not my favorite level in the game. I mean, they're okay, but overall, I wondered how they were going to pull off Felucia in the game compared to Force Unleashed. And in my opinion, they did a pretty good job. You know, it has that atmosphere that I felt when I played Force Unleashed all those years ago. And I'm really happy about that. It brought back a little bit of nostalgia for me. So I don't know about some of you guys, but it brought back some nostalgia for me. Although I will say this much: the gas plants are a wee bit annoying. I don't know what it is, man. I happened to walk past a certain point, and all of a sudden, all of the gas plants just started to fucking pop up, and I'm sitting there like, oh my god, here I go. I'm gonna get weak. And I know I'm using assault in this, and I know I have the toughen up star card where I can raise up my health, but at the same time, I just hate having health taken away from me through the atmosphere of the actual game, of the actual map. That bothers the living shit out of me. But all in all, the map looks fantastic. I think the capture points are great. I think the Sarlacc pit's pretty cool. The Rancor cave is also, I think that's probably my favorite capture point in the game, because it's really easy to get to, in my opinion. And anyway, so as we continue on through my review here, there's a couple things that do bother me about the map. They're not major, but they do, in my opinion, they're just a little bit game-breaking, in my opinion. Droids and camo skin clones can oftentimes blend into the map, making it hard to see. Now, I don't know what it is, man. I was playing a game. It was like one of my first, I think it was like my first or second game of Felucia, and I'm trying to figure. I'm getting shot from like 10 different directions. I look all around me. I don't see a fucking thing. I don't see the red marker that's on top of there. I'm just like wondering where the fuck I'm getting shot from. All of a sudden I die, and it's from a guy that's like literally right next to me. Like, he's like a couple feet away from me. I didn't fucking see him. So I don't know if it's just my eyesight being bad or what, but the game definitely has that issue on this map where a lot of the clones and the droid skins, especially the new ones they brought out, will blend into the map. And I can't stand that. I'm sure it's happened to a few of you on certain maps already, such as Kashyyyk, because we know Kashyyyk has a lot of green, and the camo skin clones, and even the jungle-esque skin clones for the droids probably blend in a little bit. So I could see if some of you guys have that frustration, do let me know in the comments section. I want to know if it's just my eyesight being terrible, or it's just, an actual problem in the game. There has been something I've seen a couple of times where those types of clone skins, the camo clone skins, kind of like glow. I don't know if it's a glitch or something, but they have like a certain tint of glow to them where it's not even the skin showing up. It's more or less like, hey, this is something easier for you to see. Am I the only one that saw that, or is that like a glitch in the game? I don't really know. You guys saw earlier in this video that there is an ATTE in the game. In my humble opinion, while the ATTE is cool to have on the map, unlike Geonosis in a Galactic Assault, it doesn't really add anything to the game. In my opinion, it's just really pointless to have. I mean, not for nothing, the vehicle lanes on this map aren't really that great, and they're not really conducive for vehicle gameplay. So I don't think the ATTE really adds anything to the game. It probably dies just relatively quickly anyway, too, unlike on Geonosis, where it takes an entire team to wipe out one ATTE. I mean, I saw it in that video. That was the only time I've seen the ATTE being used in the game, was that earlier clip. So, I don't know. Have you guys seen like more ATTE intensive gameplays where it's like a force on the map? Or is it one of those things where it's just there? You know it's there. You saw it passing by, or you're a clone and you're seeing it passing by, but you don't really see it again after that. Hell, I don't even know if it shows up if you fail after the first attempt. If your team wins on the first attempt, if your team doesn't win on the first attempt to destroy the capital ship or not. So that's just me. Clone Commandos. I think these, in my opinion, my humble opinion, I know some people will probably have my ass for this, I think the Clone Commandos are a little bit OP. I think they're just a tiny bit OP in certain aspects. One, I think it costs way too little to get. They're like 1,000 or so points. I think they should be boosted up to 1,700, 1,500, hell, even maybe 2,000. Lower the cost of the infiltrator class and make the droidica and the clone commando more expensive, so you have to actually like choose what you want. But I don't know, man. Just I feel like lowering the credit or raising the credit score for the credit count for the actual, as you can see, this is the gas plant thing I was talking about. Like raising the credit score for the clone commando will probably do a lot of things. One, it'll definitely limit them on the Battlefront, because I see a lot of clone commando spam. I know a lot of people are YouTubers and they're trying to get clone commando gameplay. I get that, but at the same time, facing off against those fucking things are like impossible. They're literally impossible, especially if you're like an assault or whatever. A heavy class might be the best chance, but if you're facing off against any other or clone commando with any other class, you don't stand a chance, bro. You really don't. And I also have a problem with the grenade spam. It seems every fucking clone commando and its last moments, if you're close to killing it, if he's not using that battle hardened fucking skill, which is annoying as fuck to go up against, he's got that grenade launcher that fucking shoots you in 2 shots, whether he hits you right next to you or not. So I think that's bullshit. The grenade spam is going to be a lot worse. It wasn't great to begin with on Battlefront 2, but it's now gotten a lot worse with the introduction of the clone commando, and that is something that really worries me. I don't know about you guys. Here's some clone commando gameplay right here. It's not fantastic, I'm going to be honest with you, but it's something. I wanted to play it once just to see what it was like, and I was like, yeah, it's not terrible. But really though, I don't know if it was just me being shitty with it my first time, but my first couple of times, because there are 2 times I play with it in this clip. But yeah, that's just about it. Anyway, Capital Supremacy changes. My final thing I want to talk about, because I've been playing Capital Supremacy non-stop since it was introduced when Geonosis came out. And I was super excited. I was super excited for this gameplay to come out, and this mode to come out, and since then there have been several changes to the mode, changing the gameplay at its core almost entirely, but still keeps it true to the original time it was out. So, and one of those changes is making the game a little shorter. My humble opinion, I loved when Capital Supremacy would go on for fucking ever. Like, I love that struggle between 2 teams going at it. But a lot of people thought it was too long, and I understand that. I think they're bitches, but I think they're bitches that don't want to sit down and at least get 100,000 fucking score. But it's understandable. It's understandable that you don't want to play a game for 2.5 hours. Hell, sometimes I would play the game so much, or that one game so much, my fucking PlayStation application would fail on me, and I'd be kicked out. I'd still get all my XP, but I'd be kicked out, and I would have probably earned more credits and earned more fuck XP, I guess. I don't know why I blanked out there, but if the game I would have stayed in the game. So I understand where they're coming from on that end. In terms of when you get to the actual capital, like the actual capital ship, this is the change I don't really like all that much. They changed it to where you have to what's the word I'm looking for? Where you have to go to one single part of the map. One single part of the map is where you have to go. And try and destroy a generator or some shit, as opposed to just lighting the bomb that explodes the generator. Again, I don't have a problem with that. It's just I have a problem with the fact that I don't know how the fuck I died here. Is anyone else experiencing a hell of a lot of lag when they play this fucking mode as well? Or when they play on Felucia? I've experienced a lot of lag when I was playing that shit. Anyway, as I was saying, my final thing I wanted to talk about was the phase 2. Like right here, I'm okay with it being in the game. I just wish there was another option to destroy it. Like, there was always 2 generators you had to destroy. I don't know why they changed it to 1, because a lot of these maps, or this part of the map, Capital Supremacy, really doesn't, it's really choke pointy. And I don't like that. Like, as a player, I don't want to have to fucking die or get shot at when, there's like 30 different fucking allies and enemies around me in a choke point. Like, I really don't enjoy that gameplay at all. I really hope if they weakened the health of the generator, especially on the separatist side, I think it would be better. Other than that, the changes don't really bother me all that much. As you guys can see, we just pulled off the W in this game. That is my Felucia and Capital Supremacy changes review. I hope you all enjoyed, and let me know what you think down in the comment section, and follow me on all the social media shit you see down in the description as well. Have a great day, and peace out.